And good evening. Welcome out here to Albany High School as we get set here for high school baseball action today. It's a matchup between the Knights of South Holt and the Warriors today of Albany. I'd like to welcome everybody out here to Albany today. I'm Jared Rolvis, cameraman and owner today, Perry Phillips. And joining with us here today, again, is going to be color analyst Mike Adkins. I'd like to thank our sponsors, help you bring you today's broadcast today here on Albany TV. BTC Bank with locations in Albany, Beeman, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Maysville, Osborne, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Petty John Auto Centers with locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany, the Albany Hy-Vee and Shotes of Albany. American Family Insurance Agent David Smith in Albany and Stanberry. Raymond Smith Body Shop of Albany, Northwest Cell. Mosaic Medical Center Albany. Army National Guard recruiter Sergeant First Class Clint Bain and Staff Sergeant Alan Schulte. Legacy Event Center at East Fork Lodge in Albany. Stamper Hauling of Albany, the Albany School District, the South Holt School District, Holt Lumber Company of Albany, City of Albany, Albany Booster Club Printery, new shopper located in Albany, and Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North located in Albany. Remember that today's pregame is brought to you by BTC Bank. BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. Coaches and umpires are having their meeting at home plate prior to the announcement of the starting lineups. We'll have that when we come back for you here in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank School Mascot Debit Card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and they'll donate $10 per card to that school. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank's 12 locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded, just like you. BTC Bank.
Have you looked at Petty John Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Petty John Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's is family friendly with a playroom for the kids so the grown-ups can enjoy their meal. Make sure you leave room for dessert because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your sporting snack headquarters for all of your favorite sports. If you want to bring the smells of the games to your living room, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your sports snack favorites before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helping smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
Senior night matchup between the visiting South Holt Knights and your home team, the Albany Warriors. First, the lineup for the visiting South Holt Knights. Leading off, the catcher, number 22, Drew Quinlan. Batting second and pitching, number 8, Houston Coleman. Batting third, the center fielder, number 27, Kendall Nolan. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 1, Tony Skeen. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 2, Jace Jackson. Batting sixth, number 10, the shortstop, Dylan Schutz. Batting seventh, number 1, Gannon Phelan. Batting eighth, number 9, the left fielder, Jacob Ferris. And batting ninth, number 51, the second baseman, Jackson Schaefer. And now the lineup for your home team, the Albany Warriors. Leading off, number 4, the center fielder, Jordan Papa. Batting second, the shortstop, number 15, Trice Floyd. Batting third and playing second base, number 5, Kemper Klein. In the cleanup spot, playing first base, number 15, Kirby Stevens. Batting fifth, number 3, the designated hitter, Andrew Stevenson. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 42, Truman Runnels. Batting seventh and doing the catching, number 16, Jared Bunton. Batting eighth and pitching, number 7, Ian Campbell. Batting ninth and playing left field, number 2, Brett Williams. And playing right field for the Warriors, number 27, Quincy Stamper. At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove cover, and face center field for the playing of our national anthem.
Schultz Convenience Store on 136 in Albany has everything you need to keep you running. Schultz has coffee and gas to get you moving in the morning. Fountain Pop, sandwiches, and Champ's Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Schultz adult beverages and scratchers to help you unwind. That's Schultz Convenience Store in Albany, where they can fuel you up in more ways than one.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start more than 90 years ago. We understand the hard work that goes into building and sustaining your business, and that's why we offer customizable policies that protect everything you've worked hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves. Contact me today.
For details, stop by and talk to Agent David Smith at 116 South Smith Street in Albany, or at 303 North Park Street in Stanberry, or call 660-726-3536 today.
And welcome back out again here to Albany. Taking a look here at your starting lineups here for today's ball game, starting with the lineup here for the Knights. Leading off and doing the catching is going to be Drew Quinlan. Batting second doing the pitching today is Houston Coleman. Kendall Nolan will bat third. He'll do the roaming center field. Tony Skeen will bat the cleanup spot. He'll play at third base. J.C. Jackson will bat fifth in right field. Batting sixth, playing at shortstop, is Dylan Schutz. Batting in the seventh spot, playing first base, is Gannon Phelan. Batting eighth in left field is Jacob Ferris. Rounding out the lineup at second base is Jackson Schaefer. Taking a look at the defense today here for the Warriors. Brent Williams will start in left field. Jordan Papa in center. Quincy Stamper in right field. Truman Reynolds will get the start again at the hot corner. Trice Floyd at short. Kemper Klein at second. Kirby Stevens at first base. On the mound today for the Warriors is going to be Ian Campbell. His battery mate behind the plate is going to be Jared Bunton. Ian Campbell coming off a game just last week against Tri-County. He picked up the loss, went 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, only 1 earned though, off of 8 hits, 2 walks, 1 hit by batter, but also had 8 strikeouts in that ball game as Tri-County defeated Albany by a final score of 3-1. Warriors coming off a loss in conference matchups as they went 0 for 3 last week in ball games, and now on a 3-game skid as they come in with a record of 6-8 to today's ball game. As we prepare for today's first pitch, don't forget to start your morning or trip with a stop at Schultz in Albany. First pitch here from Ian Campbell to Drew Quinlan. Schultz first pitch in there for strike number 1.
First pitch breaking ball.
Yes. Campbell has a very good breaking ball. Likes to add in some speed once in a while with that as well. Has another breaking ball in there for strike number 2. And here at first pitch, sunny 64 degrees with about a 10-mile-an-hour wind coming out of right center field. As the 0-2 is going to be hit right at the second baseman, Kemper Klein. Misplaces it to go underneath his glove, and it's a quick leadoff single there for Drew Quinlan on the hard hit ball to second.
Well, the Cardinal no-no. Got 2 breaking balls, got you hit strike 2, and then put one right in the happy zone for Quinlan, and just ate up Klein at second base.
Almost got him in, like, maybe in between a hop or something like that. And
you know, that's one of those, logic tells you that's an error, but at the same time, that ball was hit so hard.
Yes.
A lot of times that's...
As that one gets away on a wild pitch out to the backstop and then bounces down the third base line, and Drew Quinlan will take second base off the wild pitch.
Well, and what I would take issue with on that first ball that was hit by Quinlan, 0-2, that was just way too good a pitch to leave in the happy zone, especially after you'd gotten strikes with 2 breaking balls. Maybe start throwing another one off the plate, but at least see if he'll go after one out of the zone, get himself out.
So the runner on first, a 1-1 count here to Houston Coleman, the pitcher today for the Knights, as this one is swung on a miss for strike number 2. So far, Campbell has thrown that breaking ball 4 times and gotten 4 strikes off it.
Well, now he's back in a similar situation, 1-2.
And that one's going to be tipped off. We'll stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one also seemed to catch a little too much of the plate there for the 1-2 count.
Yeah, he may have got that at least on the outside part of the plate.
That one bounces away on the drop third strike, throw it down to first. Runner sitting at the corners now with nobody out. And the Warriors going to have to try and get now 4 outs here in the inning, as the number 3 hitter, center fielder Kendall Nolan, will come up to bat.
Yeah, tough break. Now you just want to try to minimize the damage here.
Now batting the center fielder, number 27, Kendall Nolan.
With no bigger lead, we're starting to get out there a little bit more. You just can bet the runner on first is going. You got 3-4 coming up. I'd almost maybe take a shot, see if you could throw him out. They're not going to do it.
As Coleman will take second base without a throw. Now runners on third and second. A 1-0 count, still nobody out here in the top half of the first inning. The 1-0 pitch here from Campbell is going to be hit in the left field. And Brett Williams, left fielder, there for out number 1.
Ooh, and a big mistake by the runner at third base. Ball was hit on a line to left field, and when you're on third, any ball that goes in the air to the outfield, you immediately go back and tag up. If it drops, you're going to score anyway.
Now batting the third baseman, number 1, Tony Skeen.
Now left-handed third baseman Tony Skeen will come up to bat. 2 on, 1 out. Drew Quinlan on third, Coleman on second. This one outside for ball 1.
Tried to backdoor curveball, just didn't get it bent back in. And now you're kind of looking at a situation, you got number 4 batter, you assume a little bit of power. You do have a base to put him, which would create a force at anywhere.
Here comes the 2-0. Check swing, and they're going to say he went for strike 1 as the ball gets to the backstop, but Quinlan will stay at third. Again, a short backstop, or a close backstop here behind home plate. Unless it bounces down one of the baselines, usually not enough for the runners to come home, as that one will be low for ball 3. Count now 3 balls and a strike.
And again, no reason to give in here. Try to make your perfect pitch and
3-1 upstairs will walk Skeen. That'll bring up now J.C. Jackson, the right fielder.
Now batting the right fielder, number 2, Jace Jackson.
So Jace Jackson digs in. Again, Quinlan at third, Houston Coleman at second, Tony Skeen now at first base. But now will force at any base as well with just 1 out. Pitch from Campbell swung on and missed by Jackson for strike 1.
now you wonder if he'd go back to that breaking ball.
Keep it down in the zone, see if they can't force a ground ball here and go for the double play, as that one's looked at on the outside corner for strike 2.
Now we've seen this situation a couple of times. They'll really make him go to work. See if he'll chase. Walk him a little farther outside.
That one outside corner puts down Jackson looking for out number 2.
Good job, made the perfect pitch.
Now batting the shortstop, number 10.
And now to bring up Dylan Schutz, the shortstop here. And now if South Holt ends up coming away with a run here, you have to think it goes back to that drop third strike there to Houston Coleman. And the Warriors having to try and get 4 outs here in the inning, as this one's on the inside corner for strike 1. So base is loaded, 2 out. The 0-1 pitch upcoming here in the top of the first inning, still scoreless. This one's a little blooper in front. Throw to first, in time, out. Number 3, and the Warriors get out of it, even though they load the bases with 1 out. We'll go to the bottom half of the first inning, still scoreless when we come back in a moment.
As Mosaic continues to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic, they are committed to staying connected. Whether you need a routine checkup or to be seen for an illness, Mosaic has virtual options available. The highly trained nurses are also ready to help you when you need them via the 24/7 community nurse line. Plus, the My Mosaic portal website and app are available for messaging your care team and accessing health information. Please visit mymlc.com/stayconnected to learn more. Now more than ever, Mosaic is here with you and here for you.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
Welcome back out again here to Albany as we take a look here at the starting lineup today here for the Warriors. Leaning on playing in center field is going to be Jordan Papa. Hitting in the second spot playing shortstop today is Trice Floyd. Hitting in the third spot playing second base is Kemper Klein. Hitting in the fourth spot playing at first base is Kirby Stevens. Batting in the fifth spot as the designated hitter is Andrew Stevenson. And hitting in the sixth spot is third baseman Truman Runnels. Batting seventh doing the catching is Jared Button. Batting eighth doing the pitching today is Ian Campbell. And rounding out the lineup in left field today is Brett Williams. Taking a look at the defense here for South Holt. Jacob Ferris will get the start today in left field. Kendall Nolan in center. Jace Jackson in right field. Tony Skeen will man the hot corner at third. Dylan Schutz in the hole in short. Jackson Schaefer at second base. Gannon Phelan at first. On the mound is the left-hander Houston Coleman, and his battery mate behind the plate today is Drew Quinlan.
Might be the first time we've seen a lefty on the mound this year, or at least in the games that I've done.
I believe this is just the second or third time the Warriors have had to face a lefty. It is pretty rare, but, you know, the Warriors throw out a lefty every once in a while to try and then they try to screw up the hitters that way, and then they go with either, a Trice Floyd or Colton Peary or Ian Campbell to follow them up to really kind of get in their heads, go from the lefty to the righty.
Well, and it's just you just don't see that many
Yes.
left-handers, and ball comes at you from a different angle, moves a little bit differently. And sometimes, as you go up the ladder in competition, that becomes less of a factor maybe than it does on the lower levels.
Well, I don't know. Yankees seem to have a hard time hitting left-handers. I know the Cubs do.
Well, and they shouldn't because they're predominantly a right-handed hitting team. But
Leading off for the Warriors, the center fielder, number 4, Jordan.
So leading off here for the Warriors is going to be the center fielder, Jordan Papa. So again, it'll be Papa, Floyd, and Klein that will lead off here in the bottom half of the first inning. South Holt loaded the bases, but stranded all 3. See if the Warriors can get something across here in the first. This one's going to be hit up the middle. Second baseman Schaefer misses it, and it's going to be a leadoff base runner here off the E4. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Trice Floyd, to bat.
The shortstop, number 15, Trice Floyd.
Warriors have had some troubles hitting in their past couple of games. Had just one hit in the loss to St. Joseph Christian on Saturday.
I was going to say, you're a tough scorer. I'm not too sure Papa wouldn't have beaten that at first base.
Throw down to second. And sliding underneath the tag safely there is Jordan Papa. I've been accused of being a tough scorer, and then I've been accused of being an easy scorer. So,
well, you can't win.
Exactly. And that's the one.
And whatever you choose, I'm likely to disagree with.
Just for the fun of it.
Just to give you a bad time.
And that's going to be the one thing for the Warriors today, trying to steal. The catcher today behind the plate, 8-man All-State quarterback, and Drew Quinlan. That's going to be a tough person to run on.
Well, and look, he showed a nice arm there.
Yes,
just
he
a
did.
little bit off the mark.
As that one upstairs for ball 2, count out 2 balls and a strike here to Trice Floyd. Nobody out, runner on second base. Bottom half of the first inning, still scoreless. Pitch from Coleman, hitting the left field off the bat of Floyd. And it's caught by left fielder Ferris, tagging up Papa. And he is going to get in safely to third base.
Now batting the second baseman,
So
number 5,
South Holt had a little bit of a base running error at third base by Quinlan on a ball hit to left field. That one a little bit deeper, but Jordan Papa able to tag up from second to get into scoring position now at third, where a fly ball could score Papa and give the Warriors a lead here early.
Tough break for Papa. I don't think the left fielder moved 3 steps right at him.
So now up to bat, the second baseman Kemper Klein. First pitch in there for strike 1. The 0-1 from Coleman is low. So 1 man on, the 1-1 pitch here to Klein. And that pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. The 1-2 fouled back. So on deck is the left-hander Kirby Stevens after the 1-2 pitch here to Klein. Coleman's pitch.
Nice bender.
Inside and low, and it gets Klein swinging. I think that's the first off-speed pitch we've seen out of him, and had Klein looking a little silly on that one, gets the strikeout. That'll bring up now the first baseman, Kirby Stevens. This one outside for ball 1. So Warriors with a runner on third and 2 outs.
And a left-handed pitcher, again, we talked about sometimes you don't see him very often. Well, left-handed hitters don't see them very often in particular. So this is maybe a tough at-bat for Stevens. Look for him maybe to go the other way with the ball.
And that's pretty much been his MO so far this season, is that left center field area. As this one in there for strike one, counting on 2 balls and a strike. And the 2-1 from Coleman to Stevens. Low bounces away, but stays in front of the catcher Quinlan. So Jordan Pop on third base, a scoreless ball game. 3-1 pitch to Stevens with 2 outs. And that one off the plate for ball 4. And it'll bring up now the designated hitter, Andrew Stevenson, to bat.
Now batting the designated hitter.
Again, today is senior day for the Warriors. They have all 3 of their seniors in the lineup. Trice Floyd, Andrew Stevenson, and then rounding out the lineup will be Brett Williams. So if you're Stevens here on first base, even though there's 2 outs, don't think you would want to take off here on Coleman and Quinlan.
No, because if you get thrown out of second base, and it's going to happen before Papa can score in all likelihood, and then the run doesn't count anyway.
That one up at the letters for strike 1. Count now 1 ball, 1 strike.
I guess the Albany coach is thinking the same way.
Stevens not getting all that great of a jump at first. As that one in there for strike 2 as it swung on and missed. So a 1-2 pitch here to the designated hitter, Andrew Stevenson. The prom king on Saturday night as he was crowned. As the Warriors had their prom Saturday night. That one's a drop third strike. Stevens on his way to first base. So now, bases are loaded on the drop third strike.
Where did the first baseman go?
I'm thinking, with a runner on first base, forgetting there was 2 outs, thinking even on a drop third strike, if there's a runner on first, they would be out. But with 2 outs, that runner is then allowed to go.
Yeah, because South Holt had all kinds of time to
throw
Stevenson out at first base.
So now the Warriors with bases loaded here in this first inning. And see if they can pull across a run here. So bases loaded, 2 out, a 1-0 count here to the third baseman, Runnels. And that one fouled off towards the South Holt dugout on the first base line for strike 1.
You almost expect to see him break out this breaking ball. It was a good one.
Yes, it was.
I don't know if that's a finishing pitch or...
That one upstairs, ball 2. At least it's got to be something that's in the mind of the Warrior hitters after.
Well, you'd think.
Klein saw it. Two-one. Called ball 3. Now a 3-1 count. On deck, the catcher, Jared Button.
Now, if you're Runnels, you really got to be looking for a cripple to hit.
And this one's going to be hitting to center field. Kendall Nolan coming in and puts it away for out number 3. So after South Holt gets the bases loaded, Albany does the same. Neither one can pull across a run though here in the first inning. We're back with the second when we come back in a moment on Albany TV.
No job is too big or too small for the professionals at Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. With over 100 years of combined experience with auto body, they offer the reliability and prompt service by using the latest in technology to get your vehicle back on the road. Raymond Smith Body Shop is also a complete wrecker service as well as glass repair and body work. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. They're prepared to get you in and out and back on the road. See them today on Highway 136 East in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop. They're there to serve you.
Are you ready to get a head start on a successful future? Then call your local Army National Guard recruiter to gain job skills and leadership experience and get a head start in your civilian career. When you join the Army National Guard, you're joining a team with purpose and setting yourself up for success. Contact your local Army National Guard recruiter, Sergeant First Class Clint Bain and Gentry, DeKalb, Harrison, and Worth counties today. 660-868-0991. That's 660-868-0991.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get ready to start the top half of the second inning. It'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming up here for the Knights of South Holt. It'll be Gannon Phelan, Jacob Ferris, and Jackson Schaefer. Like we were kind of talking there in between the half inning, I don't think I've ever seen an inning where each team has given up a drop third strike base runner in the same inning. I've seen it now in the same game, but never in the same inning like that.
Well, and teams had bases loaded and just could not push a run across.
I said each of them had an E4, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. So we'll see what happens here in the second. As the first pitch to Phelan, the left-hander, is in there for strike 1.
Like I said, you're a tough scorer because both of those could have been hits.
The 0-1. I like the chance of the no-hitters more.
Okay. Well, and there is truth in that. I mean,
yes.
The first hit ought to be a clean one.
Mm-hmm. Now we come back to it, and, South Holt's throwing a no-hitter. That might become a single later.
Yeah. Because at the highest level, they do come back and change scoring from time to time.
The 0-2 outside for ball 1.
Tried a backdoor breaking ball, just left it up a little bit. But not a bad idea. That's nothing too good on 0-2, 1-2.
And that one's tipped back, and we'll stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now, I always talk about that, but the one thing that maybe you don't want to do that at this level is that pitch count rule.
Yes.
If you can get a quick out, that saves the pitch count for somewhere along the way.
Because I believe today, out of the pitchers that pitched on Saturday between Stevens, Floyd, and Peary, I believe only Peary isn't allowed to pitch today. Again, the Warriors do have 2 more games this week on Thursday and Friday, and this one also going to be an E4 as Phelan will get on base as Klein misplays it at second. And that'll bring up the left fielder now, Jacob Ferris.
Number 9, Jacob Ferris.
You may have let that play him a little too much.
And now, after 2 of those and back-to-back innings to lead off the inning, how much does that creep into his head as well?
Oh, absolutely.
Ferris lays down a bunt, fielded by Campbell, throw to first in time as the runner moves up to second base with 1 out. And I'll bring up now the second baseman, Jackson Schaefer.
Now batting the second baseman, number 51, Jackson Schaefer.
But otherwise, a good sacrifice bunt there by Ferris to advance the runner.
And by having the first runner get on, you're going to roll over the lineup here.
Schaefer looks at the first pitch for strike 1. Top half the second inning. Still scoreless. As this one swung on a miss for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second base and Phelan.
Now maybe an exception to what I was talking about. 0-2, 9th place hitter. Maybe just want to go get him.
Yes. As that one just above the letters. Usually an enticing pitch there.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
But Schaefer with good discipline. And this one fouls off of Schaefer and will stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, on deck is the leadoff man and Drew Quinlan. One, 2 outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Foul back will stay 2 balls, 2 strikes. So again, Warriors have 2 more games this week. They'll have the GRC conference matchup against the GRC East, in which they will play at Milan. And then on Friday, we'll go to the other side of 136 and play at East Atchison as Schaefer goes down looking for out number 2.
Well, that's a tough pitch. Now they
the
bring up
catcher,
the guy
number
that
22,
has
Drew Quinlan.
hit the ball the hardest
Yes.
so far through this early part of it. They're going to put him on. If nothing else, they set up a force.
And I bring up Houston Coleman, who struck out but got on base after the drop third strike in his first plate appearance. He'll hit now with runners on first and second and 2 outs. This one in there at the knees for strike 1. Oh, 1 upstairs. And this is the second to last home game for the Warriors this year. As this one off the plate for ball 2. Warriors will be back at home again next week, Monday, against Bishop LeBlond before their final game of the season next week, Tuesday. Will be up in Hopkins to take on North Nottoway. 2-1 pitch. Check swing, and they're going to say Coleman went around as the count now even 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on, and a scoreless ball game here in the top half of the second inning. Deuces are wild. That one up outside, the count now full.
Well, what we've seen is plate umpires likely to give a low strike, which is where you want to be anyway.
This one hit right at the shortstop. Floyd doesn't even have to move. And this time, South Holt strands runners on second and first. Still scoreless as we head to the bottom half of the second inning when we come back in a moment on Albany TV.
Holt Lumber Company in Albany is here to help you with all of your DIY projects. Whether you're doing a home remodel, some repair work, a painting job, or a plumbing job, Holt Lumber Company's dedicated staff can help you get the materials that you need to do the job right. Holt Lumber Company in Albany is your trusted hometown hardware store and lumber yard for more than 4 decades.
Stamper Hauling of Albany offers dedicated expedited deliveries to long haul and oversize, all while guaranteeing on-the-time delivery. Stamper Hauling guarantees their experience in the trucking field will exceed your company's expectations. Stephen Stamper of Stamper Hauling features 19 years of CDL commercial driving experience. Contact Stephen at 816-244-3196 for your company's next hauling job. Stamper Hauling, a family-owned business located in Northwest Missouri.
The Legacy Event Center at East Fork Lodge in Albany is a 7,500 square foot beautifully decorated event space that includes a caterer's kitchen. The Legacy Event Center features a magnificent black and white staircase that allows for the grandest of entrances. The rustic elegance of the Legacy is the perfect backdrop for your wedding, reunion, corporate retreat, or other special event. Contact Jamie today to book your special event. Email her at jamie@eastforklodge.com.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get set here for the bottom half of the second inning. It'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for the Warriors. It'll be Jared Bunton, Ian Campbell, Brett Williams. If we follow the way the game has been going, Bunton will get on due to an E4.
Well, yeah.
We'll show Bunt. He has already one base hit bunt single to his credit this season. This one, though, goes foul for strike 1.
Well, we gave him a lot of credit the last game we did. He really has improved behind the plate over the course of the year, from blocking balls in the dirt to being able to throw a little bit.
This one kind of slapped at into right field. And coming in, making the sliding catch is a right fielder, Jace Jackson. Kind of looks like Aaron Judge out there in right field, right?
Well, other than Aaron being 6'7", 275, and this right fielder looks like he may be about 5'7", 5'8". Yeah.
Now it brings up Ian Campbell to bat. First pitch to him in there for strike number one. That really was a very good defensive play there for Jace Jackson to come in and make the sliding catch for out number one. This one going to be hit, and it's going to be the first base hit of the ball game into left field. And it'll be a one-out single there for Campbell. It's going to bring up now the senior left fielder, Brett Williams.
Left fielder, number 2, Brett Williams.
Warriors look a little more aggressive at the plate than what we've seen the last couple of games.
And this season being the Warriors' inaugural season, Brett Williams, one of the 3 seniors, has the first home run as an Albany Warrior. That happened back at Northeast Nottoway, as that one upstairs for ball one. One-0 pitch tipped back for strike one.
Hope that's not my truck.
Well, that's kind of in the general area of where the players park, so maybe it's one of the players' vehicles.
Somebody got it fixed.
Throw over to first base. Campbell gets back in safely. 1-1 pitch from Coleman to Williams. The runner takes off for second. Throw from Quinlan down to second. Is in there, but getting in front of the tag is Campbell as he steals safely. As the count now moves 1-2 here to Williams. Getting good throw, good placement. Campbell just able to beat the tag on the slide into second safely.
Well, that was a good catch and release by Quinlan. Nice throw right on target. So whenever that happens, you go, he stole that on the pitcher.
Yes. As Williams swings at strike three for out number two. And brings up now Jordan Papa.
Jordan Papa.
Throw over to second is going to be offline. Campbell gets up, thinks about going to third, but goes back to second. Coleman just threw there behind the shortstop, Dylan Schutz, and goes into center field.
Opted for the inside move to second base instead of the reverse pivot.
The first pitch here to Papa. Campbell takes off and will steal it without the throw. So now a runner on third base, 2 outs again here for the Warriors.
We talked about sometimes third's easier to steal than second. That's a perfect example.
And especially on the left-hander at that.
Well, because the pitcher took one look, and when he looked back to the plate.
And the Warriors will score the first run off an RBI single by Jordan Papa.
Well, and off the strength of 2 stolen bases by Campbell. As we started to say, as soon as the pitcher turned to look at the plate, Campbell took off for third. And
that'll bring up now Trice Floyd to bat. He had a deep one out to left field. Jacob Ferris only had to move a couple of steps away for out number one of that inning, as this one's going to be tipped back foul. Papa stole second base his last time on, as the throw from Quinlan was just off. Papa again takes off the pitch out here, and that time the throw just a little too high for Schutz to get the tag down in time, as Papa comes away with another stolen base here.
Well, and really a tough pitch for Quinlan to handle. He had to reach high and away to get it, and kind of had to drop down 3/4 to get the throw to second base.
So a 1-1 count here. Now to tries Floyd as this one is tipped back.
The Warriors are not stealing these bases off Quinlan.
No. So a 1-2 count here to Floyd with Papa on second. Warriors lead here 1-0, bottom half of the second inning. Off-speed pitch outside for ball 2.
He's got a pretty good one. Just didn't get that one to bend back over the outside part of the plate.
And the 2-2. Upstairs, it's count now full. Even though nobody on first base, might see Papa take off here at second with a 3-2 count and 2 outs. He does not, as this one's hit right back towards the pitcher. Coleman runs it over, flips it to the first baseman Phelan for out number 3. Warriors score 1, but leave 1 in scoring position as we head to the top half of the third inning. Warriors lead 1-0 when we come back in a moment.
In our friendly small town of Albany, Missouri, we have community-minded businesses, great places to eat and shop, a historic Carnegie Public Library, community center, pool, 9-hole golf course, multiple places to worship, and a strong school system. Albany is the seat of Gentry County, located off Highway 136 in the heart of northwest Missouri. Albany is a fun place to visit, but an even better place to live, where we have small town roots with a big town feel. The Albany Booster Club is a group of supporters who come together to make a better experience for the students. They try to help the students in any way possible, whether it be on the court, on the mat, on the field, on the track, on the stage, or in the classroom. The Albany Booster Club, longtime supporters of the Albany R3 School District, joining together for the better of the Albany students.
Welcome back out again here to Albany. Top half the third inning. It'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters that'll bat here for the Knights. It'll be Kendall Nolan, Tony Skeen, Jace Jackson. Nolan flew out to left field in his first plate appearance. He'll hit here with his team trailing 1-0 to lead off the third inning. Pitch from Campbell is going to be hit off the end of the bat. Going out, second baseman, and putting it away. Here's Kemper Klein. Maybe that kind of picks him up a little bit after 2 errors to start out the first and second inning.
Number 1.
And we got a little wind blowing in again.
Left fielder Tony Skeen will come up to bat. He walked in his first plate appearance on 5 pitches. This one bends in there for strike number 1. The 0-1 pitch is going to be hit back up the middle. Hits off the glove of Campbell, picked up by Floyd. Throw to first in time for the 1-6-3 put out.
I don't know if it was Campbell or the mound that slowed that ground ball down. That was ticketed to center field.
Yes, it was.
And,
Now batting the right fielder, number 2.
Fortuitous hop for the Warriors.
And it'll bring up now the right fielder, Jace Jackson. He struck out looking in his first plate appearance. Come up to bat with nobody on, 2 out. Pitch swung on and missed there from Campbell.
We've seen the umpires had a low strike zone, been consistent both ways.
That one's just a little too low for ball 1.
Or when I say low strikes, he's giving the low strike. Let's put it that way. But like I said, consistent both ways.
1-1, hit down the third base line, foul. And out of anything, that's what you ask for an umpire. Just be consistent about it.
Yeah. And most importantly, you want that strike zone in the first inning to be the same way
Yes.
you see in the 7th inning.
So the 1-2 pitch here from Campbell to Jackson. And this bender kind of got away from him inside as Jackson ducks out of the way for ball 2.
And there are those guys that, as the game goes on, they tend to squeeze a little bit.
And this one swung at, throw down to first in time for out number 3. And the Warriors still lead 1-0 as the Knights go down in order 1-2-3. We're back with the bottom half of the bottom half of the third inning when we come back. Albany leads 1-0.
The South Holt R1 School District, in partnership with the citizens of the district, have a mission to provide lifelong learning opportunities through a commitment to academic excellence, preparing effective, responsible citizens to meet future challenges and to live productive lives in a changing society. The South Holt School District believes that all students can learn and achieve in a school that provides opportunities for success through a wide range of programs, activities, and services. The South Holt R1 School District, proud to sponsor all South Holt extracurricular activities.
Hello, I'm Dustin Freeman, Superintendent of the Albany R3 School District. At Albany, our staff is focused on helping students excel in academics, athletics, music, business, technology, art, and agriculture. We strive to help young minds prepare for life and become successful in whatever endeavor they choose. The Albany R3 School District is a tribe of parents, teachers, students, and community members working together so students don't just chase their dreams, but live them.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get set here for the bottom half of the third inning. It's a 1-0 Albany lead, and it'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters up here for the Warriors. Kemper Klein, Kirby Stevens, and Andrew Stevenson. And we're going to have a new player come in here, as Tylen Prusman will check in for Jackson Schaefer at second base. First pitch decline in there for strike 1. This one low for ball 1. So with Tylen Prusman coming in here to start out the inning at second base, this usually means the next pitch is going to, one of the first hits here is going to be right at him at second. Has that one inside for ball 2.
Coleman's trying to stay down, just can't quite find the range.
And this one is fouled back. For strike number 2 is the count now even.
Now you can't, I guess you always say 2 strikes, you got to look for the fastball and adjust to everything else, but this pitch last time he saw a curveball down at his ankles.
And that time he swings and misses for strike number 3.
Went with the express on the outside part of the plate. Good place.
Number 17, Kirby.
Tough pitch to hit.
And it's going to bring up now the first baseman, Kirby Stevens. He walked in his first plate appearance. Pitch from Coleman just outside for ball 1. And that one again off the plate for ball 2. And that's also one thing for the left-handed pitchers, not used to seeing the left-handed hitters sometimes can get into their head. And there's that one in there for strike 1, count now 2-1. Used to seeing the batter on the other side of the plate whenever you put one on their side. Get a little squeeze sometimes. As that one swung on and missed for strike 2.
I like the looks of Coleman. He has a very classic style.
And that one chased upstairs for strike number 3 as Stevens strikes out. That's the 5th strikeout of the day here for Coleman. And it'll bring up the designated hitter, Andrew Stevenson.
And the Warriors have fought that bug a lot.
Yes, they have.
Strikeout bug. Yeah, I noticed they take a lot of first strikes, and if that's your style, I guess that's what you do.
This one going to be hit towards short. Shoots, picks it up. Throw to first in time. Out number 3. And after the Knights go down in order in the top half, the Warriors will do the same. And we'll go back to the 4th inning. The top half of the 4th inning, Albany leading 1-0 when we come back in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany is your hometown trophy and award shop. Winner's Circle North makes all kinds of trophies for sports, car shows, livestock shows, baby shows, and more. Winner's Circle North also does plaques of all sizes and kinds. Want something unique? Winner's Circle North has you covered with sublimation gifts and acrylic awards. Order your trophies, awards, or one-of-a-kind items. Call Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North at 816-632-5599 or find them on Facebook at Winner's Circle North.
Have you looked at Pettyjohn Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Pettyjohn Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Shoots, hits the first pitch of the inning to the shortstop, tries Floyd. He'll pick it up, throw to Kirby Stevens in time for out number 1. And a quick one pitch out there for Ian Campbell to start out this top half of the 4th inning. And he'll bring up now Gannon Phelan, the number 7 hitter. He got on base due to an E4 in his first plate appearance.
Always a good break if you can get your team back in the dugout as quickly as possible. That's such an underrated part of the game, to keep your fielders on their toes.
Now one upstairs, ball 2.
I always mentioned a guy that I played American Legion ball with. It was from Carthage, Illinois, and threw really hard. He was a left-hander, and ended up being signed by the Milwaukee Brewers as a first baseman outfielder, because he was a good hitter, but he had to pitch for us because he threw so darn hard. But you just never knew where it was going. We'd have games where he'd walk the bases loaded and then strike out the side and be 3-2 on every batter.
Well, what was it? Wasn't it Andy Griffith where told Opie that he threw a no-hitter, lost 27-0 off his knuckleball because he didn't get the ball across the plate? So I could tell you that one because you probably remember Andy Griffith show when it was on.
Well, I do, and
as that one in the dirt, and moving up to second on the wild pitch there is Phelan.
Well, and the other thing to that is, well, that's a tough break. And that was stolen off of Campbell. They returned the favor.
So now runner on third base, one out in a 2-0 count here to Jacob Ferris. He had a sacrifice butt in his first plate appearance.
And I started talking about my former teammate that was a really good ball player. I mean, I think he's in the Illinois Hall of Fame. That's going to drop.
Kind of no man's land there in left field, and it's an RBI single. There by Jacob Ferris to tie the ball game back at 1.
And it's almost abuse when you think of how many pitches kids used to be allowed to throw, and the way he pitched, I can't even imagine what that's when nobody kept pitch counts. He didn't even worry about it.
Yes.
Now batting the second baseman.
Now to bring up Tylen Prusman to bat. He struck out looking in his first plate appearance. This one upstairs, ball 1. After getting the first out off the first pitch, 4 straight pitches to Phelan for a walk, and then 2 straight balls, and then an RBI single to Ferris. Now a 1-0 count here to Prusman as that one's tipped away for strike 1.
Important batter right here for Campbell to keep keep the runner on first base or keep a runner on first base, especially with the batter on deck.
And they're going to say Prusman went around as he could not quite check his swing. And on deck will go to the top of the order, and Drew Quinlan again. He was intentionally walked in his last plate appearance.
I don't think he thought he did, but again, we've talked about with the only other, when you work in a two-man crew, it's really hard to appeal.
Especially whenever that one is behind the pitcher.
Yeah, and he's basically got the same angle viewpoint that you do behind the plate.
1-2 is going to be hit out to left field, but a balk called.
Oh.
And that's not good for South Holt, as that was going to be easily a double there.
You know what? That I don't want to be critical here, but the balk call is a delayed dead ball. If he goes ahead and throws that hit should stand.
Well, we've seen that a couple of times now here this season.
Well, I say that unless the high school rules have changed.
So a 1-2 count here to Prusman with a runner on second base now with one out. As this one outside for ball 2.
So may have been a break for the Warriors.
Yes, as like I said, that one got down to the fence in left field, would have been an easy double, and instead it turns into a strikeout looking here for Prusman, as it'll bring up Drew Quinlan to bat, and he'll immediately make his way to first base before he even makes it into the batter's box, as again he'll be intentionally walked.
Now batting the pitcher, number 8, Houston Coleman.
Now if I'm Coleman, this should be a little bit of a motivator for him.
Well, last time he hit a rocket shot, but it was right at Trice Floyd. Didn't even have to move on the line out to end the inning. This one going to be a grounder to third base, and Runnels will pick it up, step on third base in time, out number 3. And again, a run will come around to score here for South Holt, but a big balk call makes this game stand at 1-1 as we head to the bottom half of the fourth inning when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
Schultz Convenience Store on 136 in Albany has everything you need to keep you running. Schultz has coffee and gas to get you moving in the morning. Fountain Pop, sandwiches, and Champ's Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Schultz adult beverages and scratchers to help you unwind. That's Schultz Convenience Store in Albany, where they can fuel you up in more ways than one.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start more than 90 years ago. We understand the hard work that goes into building and sustaining your business. And that's why we offer customizable policies that protect everything you've worked hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves. Contact me today.
For details, stop by and talk to Agent David Smith at 116 South Smith Street in Albany, or at 303 North Park Street in Stanberry, or call 660-726-3536 today.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get set here to start the bottom half of the fourth inning. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters here for the Warriors. It'll be Truman Reynolds, Jared Button, and Ian Campbell that'll come up to bat here for the Warriors in this bottom half of the fourth inning after the Knights of South Holt tied it up there in the top half. Houston Coleman so far doing well, pitching 3 innings, giving up 1 run earned off of just 2 hits, 1 walk, but does already have 5 strikeouts so far in the ball game.
Well, a pretty good pace to this game. We're already...
Well, you had to say that, didn't you?
Yeah, bottom of 4. 1-1 ball. Yeah, I did. That's akin to me jinxing the free throw shooters.
Exactly.
Truman Reynolds.
So really, though, we're about an hour in already. We're 55 minutes in to this game, so it just seems like it's going faster for some reason today.
Yeah, I watched the Yankee game Sunday. It was 2 hours and 14 minutes.
Whew. They obviously weren't playing the Red Sox as this one hit
Well,
into left field for a leadoff single.
ended up being a 2-0 game. One team had 3 hits, the other team had 2 hits.
Yep.
Now batting
One
the
team
catcher,
walked
number
once,
16,
and I don't know if the other
Jared
team
Ludgen.
walked at all.
So I always make that joke about the Yankees Red Sox because they're always about 4.5 hours. That's mainly due to the advertisers trying to get all their
Holy
sponsorships in.
Between pitching changes and taking a lot of pitches.
So Jared Button up. He flew out to right field on a hit that I thought was going to drop, but Jace Jackson came in, made an excellent sliding grab for out number 1. Button trying to get the bunt down. Now caught is Runnels, and that throw to first is going to get away. And now Runnels kind of stopped there at second.
There's your bunt.
There it is. So Runnels moves over to second as it's an 0-1 count here to Button.
Now will he try to bunt him over to third?
Third baseman Skeen playing right at the baseline. Button has already tried to bunt single the lead off last time he was up. This one's going to be hit, though, out of play down the right field side for strike 2.
Now important for Button to put it in play somewhere. Try to move the runner over to third with less than 2 outs.
Maybe try and hit it to the opposite field and get the runner over from second to third.
Well, I think a little bit late. He's going to hit it to right field if there's contact, I believe.
Button is able to check his swing there as he almost fell across home plate trying to swing at it. The 1-2. And that one going to be low for ball 2.
But good pitches by Coleman. This is what we talked about a little earlier. You get 0-2. Nearly got him to chase at least once.
2-2 this time low as the count now full. Button got a little ahead of himself here as the count now 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I think we might have had the wrong thing on the scoreboard, too.
That could be.
But we did.
I had that one right this time.
Well, we did
after the mistakes I had in last week.
We did have a game.
Saturday were 2 of them.
We thought we got into.
This one hitting to right field. Right fielder Jace Jackson comes in, puts it away. And he'll throw this one over to second, gets away.
Boy.
And Runnels, not the most fleet of foot, decides to stay at second base.
Well, and it really wasn't very deep in right field either.
No. But the throw to second base hit right off the shortstop, shoots his glove into left field. And I thought that might have been the spot where Truman Runnels would have taken off, but chose not to as Ian Campbell comes up to bat. Already 1 run scored here in the game off of a single and 2 stolen bases.
Well, we were referencing in regard to the count in the game against St. Joe Christian Saturday, we think we had 2 ball 5s. So in fact, we're real sure we had
one of them at least.
One at least.
As that one's in there for strike 1. Count now 1 ball, 1 strike. So Runnels on second, the 1-1 pitch here to Campbell with 1 out. And can help his cause here with a base hit. As just laid on that one as he swings through it for strike 2.
Really important for Runnels to get a good secondary lead. So you can try to score on a base hit.
And this one flailed at and caught by the catcher Quinlan for out number 3. That's his 6th strikeout of the ball game, and he'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Brent Williams.
Number 2, Brent Williams.
Williams 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far here in the ball game. He'll hit now with 2 outs and a runner on second.
So far, I was going to say neither pitcher's been able to help himself, but Campbell did help himself for the only run the Warriors have by a base hit and 2 stolen bases.
Yes. And then scored on a RBI 2-out single by Jordan Papa. The 0-1 is tipped back for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Strike number 3. And it will be a 1-1 ball game as we head to the top half of the 5th inning when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
As Mosaic continues to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic, they are committed to staying connected. Whether you need a routine checkup or to be seen for an illness, Mosaic has virtual options available. The highly trained nurses are also ready to help you when you need them via the 24/7 community nurse line. Plus, the My Mosaic Portal website and app are available for messaging your care team and accessing health information. Please visit mymlc.com/stayconnected to learn more. Now more than ever, Mosaic is here with you and here for you.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
Welcome back out again here to Albany as it's a 1-1 ball game as we head to the top half of the 5th inning. It'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters here for the Knights. Kendall Nolan, Tony Skeen, Jace Jackson. Nolan so far 0 for 2's flown out to left, popped out to second base in his 2 plate appearances. This one going to be robbed of a hit as third baseman Truman Runnels leaps and snags it out of the air for out number 1.
So Reynolds flashing a little leather.
Yes.
As far as a little, and also a little vertical there.
Now batting the third baseman, number 1.
That'll bring up now Tony Skeen to bat. He is wonked and hit into a 1-6-3 put out in his first, or in his 2 at bats. Kind of has the Babe Ruth look a little bit. Hits from the left side, got the pants up around his knees, tall socks. The 0-1 pitch. Hit down the third base side, foul territory. And that one will get down for strike 2.
Haven't seen him eating hot dogs between innings like I've heard about the Babe, among other things.
Yes. Hopefully not doing that in between innings as a high schooler.
Yeah.
So an 0-2 count here to Tony Skeen. And this one swung on and missed. Strike number 3.
Good breaking ball by Campbell.
That is the 6th strikeout of the day here for Campbell.
Number 2,
As Jace Jackson will come up to bat. He struck out 2 of the 6 times here as he struck out Lunkett and struck out swinging in his 2 plate appearances.
But the one thing we've seen, he's not getting cheated.
No.
On swings. He's up there hacking.
This one on the outside corner, strike 1. And the 0-1 to Jackson. Popped up and tries Floyd, the shortstop, under it. Puts it away for out number 3 as again the middle of the South Holt lineup goes down in order 1, 2, 3. We're back with the bottom half of the 5th inning in a 1-1 ball game, and we come back in a moment.
No job is too big or too small for the professionals at Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. With over 100 years of combined experience with auto body, they offer the reliability and prompt service by using the latest in technology to get your vehicle back on the road. Raymond Smith Body Shop is also a complete wrecker service as well as glass repair and body work. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. They're prepared to get you in and out and back on the road. See them today on Highway 136 East in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop. They're there to serve you.
Are you ready to get a head start on a successful future? Then call your local Army National Guard recruiter to learn how you can earn benefits to help pay for your education and expenses. The National Guard offers many programs for every type of student, whether you're still in high school, attending college, or working toward a vocational certification. Contact your local Army National Guard recruiter, Sergeant First Class Clint Bain in Gentry, DeKalb, Harrison, and Worth counties today at 660-868-0991. That's 660-868-0991.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get set here for the bottom half of the 5th inning, as we will have the top of the order up here for the Warriors.
For the Warriors, the center fielder, number 4, Jordan Papa.
So it'll be Papa Floyd Campbell to bat here in this bottom half of the 5th inning. Papa's gotten on base in both of his plate appearances. Got on base due to an E4 and an RBI single to his credit. First pitch here from Houston Coleman to start the 5th inning is low for ball 1. And the 1-0 to Papa. Again bounces in the dirt for ball 2.
A big part of the order for the Warriors here at bottom of the 5th. Got the top of the order going. That's where they've kind of done some damage. A little bit of athleticism here. The definitely a threat to run.
Mm-hmm.
Which I wonder if you almost take for granted it with, because Quinlan does look like he's very capable of throwing runners out at second base.
3-0 pitch. In there for strike 1 as Papa had the take sign there on the 3-0. Not too many times so far this season have we seen a high schooler with a green light 3-0. As this one's going to be hit towards short. Schutz has a little trouble picking it up. Throw to first base, though, in time for out number 1. Schutz had a hard time getting that one out of his glove, but able to pick it up and rifle it over to first to Gannon Phelan. As Trice Floyd will come up to bat. He's flown out to left and grounded out to the pitcher in his 2 plate appearances. And both of his have been hard hit balls as well.
You mentioned not too many get a green light on 3-0. You know, with high school pitchers, and sometimes the risk reward. If they went 3-0, that what are the chances they're going to come back and throw 3 strikes in a row? Although that certainly is a possibility. I don't mean that they can't do that, but
this one hit towards right field. Jace Jackson under it, puts it away for out number 2.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 5, Kemper Klein.
Now Kemper Klein up to bat. He's 0 for 2 on the day as he struck out swinging in both plate appearances. Old bat here with nobody on, 2 out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning in a 1-1 ball game. This one going to be hit back up the middle, and it's going to get past a diving Schutz into center field. And it's a 2-out single here for Kemper Klein.
And good job by Klein. You know, one of the things we talked about was it seems like the Warriors all taking a first pitch strike before they swing, and Klein has been finished off twice with strikeouts, so really tough pitches with 2 strikes, and that time he's not going to allow that to happen and jump that first pitch down the middle, right back, hit it right back up the middle, and finds himself with a base hit.
Now up to bat will be the left-handed first baseman, Kirby Stevens. He's walked and struck out in his 2 plate appearances. And that time swung and missed for strike 1. Was it just me, or did Coleman kind of hold that a little bit before he came home with it? Maybe to try and keep Klein at first and maybe throw off the hitter Stevens a little bit. Seemed like he kind of held his motion for just a second longer than he usually did.
He's given up some stolen bases, and I'm sure he's, as a pitcher you want to concentrate on the hitters, but you got to at least give your catcher a chance. The thing I see now, though, is he's just not very big leads at first base.
And that time, pitch swung on and missed for strike number 2 here to Stevens.
And now with 2 strikes, you wonder if we're going to break out that breaking ball.
I do not believe that he's thrown it so far to Stevens yet. This one, though, not the breaking ball, but it's hit right down the first base line, picked up by Gannon Phelan. Takes a step back, steps on the bag, out number 3. So the Warriors get a hit here in the inning, but they strand him at first base. We'll head to the 6th inning, still tied at 1 apiece when we come back in a moment on Albany TV.
Holt Lumber Company in Albany is here to help you with all of your DIY projects. Whether you're doing a home remodel, some repair work, a painting job, or a plumbing job, Holt Lumber Company's dedicated staff can help you get the materials that you need to do the job right. Holt Lumber Company in Albany is your trusted hometown hardware store and lumber yard for more than 4 decades.
Stamper Hauling of Albany offers dedicated expedited deliveries to long haul and oversize, all while guaranteeing on-the-time delivery. Stamper Hauling guarantees their experience in the trucking field will exceed your company's expectations. Stephen Stamper of Stamper Hauling features 19 years of CDL commercial driving experience. Contact Stephen at 816-244-3196 for your company's next hauling job. Stamper Hauling, a family-owned business located in Northwest Missouri.
And welcome back out again here to Albany, as it will be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters that'll be up here for the Knights, as Dylan Schutz will lead off. And this one going to be hitting to center field, his first hit of the game, as it's a leadoff single here off of Ian Campbell, just the second hit so far he's given up on the day.
Now batting the first baseman, number 11, Gannon Phelan.
So now Phelan will come up at bat. He's got on base due to an error by the second baseman and then walked and scored the lone run so far here for the Knights.
And I would assume somewhere along the way you're going to see Schutz run, like right now. Yeah.
Doesn't do it on the first one there. Had a giant lead there, though, at
had
first.
a great walking lead. Yeah, it's just, and by walking, you just never make the guy stop, and just eventually he takes off running when you decide to go to first, or when you decide to go to the plate with it.
This time Campbell will throw over to first, back in safely as Schutz. 1-0 pitch low for ball 2.
One of the things we have noticed about the Warriors is that they kind of use a slide step, and they are fairly quick to the plate out of the stretch position. Now you'd like to see Bunton get up off his haunches a little bit.
Kind of get more into a throwing position.
Yeah, although we have seen him get out of there and have a pretty quick release.
Now the 2-1 pitch upcoming here to Phelan. Upstairs for ball 3. On deck is the left fielder Jacob Ferris. (3-1) tip back as the count now full.
He might have just chased ball 4. Did you send Schutz here? I'd say he's running.
I would say he is too here on the 3-2. And he is. This one going to be hit right into the spot at second base and misplayed by Stamper and right as Schutz makes his way to third base after taking off there on the play. Back-to-back singles now of runners on the corners and nobody out. And Jacob Ferris coming to bat.
Now batting the left fielder, number 9, Jacob Ferris.
Ferris has a sacrifice bunt and an RBI single to his credit. Another single could get him another run batted in here on the day.
I'd say you want to throw a strike right here because you know your runner's on first is headed out.
And he is gone as that pitch upstairs for ball 1. I said in the last hit there by Phelan was the perfect hit and run play as the second baseman Klein was moving over to cover second base, and it was hit right into the spot where he was originally set up, as now it's a 1-1 count here to Ferris.
Well, and with where that ball was hit, I don't think
Klein
had a chance anyway.
A 1-1 pitch tipped off for strike 2. So now runners on third and second. Still nobody out here in the inning. Now again, South Holt had this back in the first inning as well, as they loaded the bases with 1 out and weren't able to score anybody. See if Campbell can get out of another tough one as he strikes out Ferris looking.
I was just going to say, Campbell really needs a strikeout or pop out right here. And had a good breaking ball, bent it back over the outside part of the plate.
Number 20, Tylen.
And now Tylen Prusman will come up to bat. He struck out looking after he hit the ball out to left field, which would have been an easy double on the ball call. This one inside for ball one.
And Warriors middle infielder still playing back. I surprised a little bit. You'd think they might want to, especially with one out bottom of the order, you might want to play infield in.
This one popped out of play for strike one. And again on deck is the batter who's already been intentionally walked twice, Drew Quinlan. If Prusman were to get on here and the runners were to stay at second and third, they'll have to pitch to him. The 1-1.
Well, do you? I mean,
well,
I watched,
going
back a few years, but I'm a little older, but I saw Sparky Anderson walk George Brett with the bases loaded. I've seen Barry Bonds walk with the bases loaded. Just the idea I'd rather give you one run than 3 or 4.
This one, though, caught again by Truman Runnels. And this time he will also step on third base for the double play. And again, Ian Campbell gets out of a tough situation. And we'll go to the bottom half of the 6th inning, tied 1-1 when we come back in a moment.
God,
The Legacy Event Center at East Fork Lodge in Albany is a 7,500 square foot beautifully decorated event space that includes a caterer's kitchen. The Legacy Event Center features a magnificent black and white staircase that allows for the grandest of entrances. The rustic elegance of the Legacy is the perfect backdrop for your wedding, reunion, corporate retreat, or other special event. Contact Jamie today to book your special event. Email her at jamie@eastforklodge.com. In our friendly small town of Albany, Missouri, we have community-minded businesses, great places to eat and shop, a historic Carnegie Public Library, community center, pool, 9-hole golf course, multiple places to worship, and a strong school system. Albany is the seat of Gentry County, located off Highway 136 in the heart of northwest Missouri. Albany is a fun place to visit, but an even better place to live, where we have small-town roots with a big-town feel. The Albany Booster Club is a group of supporters who come together to make a better experience for the students. They try to help the students in any way possible, whether it be on the court, on the mat, on the field, on the track, on the stage, or in the classroom. The Albany Booster Club, longtime supporters of the Albany R3 School District, joining together for the better of the Albany students.
Welcome back out again here to Albany, bottom of the 6th inning. Still a 1-1 ball game thanks to some heroics by Truman Runnels at third base. And the way it usually seems, Runnels will come up second here in this inning as well as Andrew Stevenson leads off. He struck out and grounded out to short. First pitch swung on and missed for strike one.
Well, isn't that usually what they always continue, make a good play in the field, and how many times that guy comes up in the next inning?
The 0-1 pitch. And that one, Quinlan has to jump up to catch it for ball one. So the 1-1 pitch upcoming here, the designated hitter Stevenson. Behind on it for strike two. So far.
Pretty healthy swings by Andrew.
So far, though, he's been a little behind on the fastball. We'll see if Coleman throws another one or if he'll throw the off speed to really get him off. This time he'll look at the fastball for out number one as he goes down looking. That is the 8th strikeout in the ball game here for Hunter Coleman as Truman Runnels, 1 for 2 on the day with a fly out to center and a single, will come up to bat. This one popped down the first base side, out of play off the Warrior dugout. Sorry, down the third base line. for strike one. So 1 out, 0-1 count, 1-1 ball game, bottom half the 6th inning. Warriors scored their run back in the bottom half the 2nd. South Holt scored theirs in the 4th. Oh, 1 outside, ball 1. 4 hits given up so far on the day by Coleman. He's issued just 1 walk as that pitch upstairs for ball 2. Two-one pitch from Coleman to Runnels. Hit down the left field side, out of play, foul. Will even the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Did that ball go out?
Down the left field side, yes. I thought it did anyways. 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Now
Well,
full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
My point was that he cracked that pretty well. He just a little bit foul.
And the 3-2 here from Coleman is going to be tipped back as he'll fight to stay alive. So 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Truman Runnels. And he'll take the 1-out walk.
Good at bat by Runnels. Fought off a couple of tough pitches. Worked himself into a walk.
That's just the 2nd walk issued here on the day by Coleman, as now Jared Bunton comes up to bat. In 2 plate appearances, he's flown out to the right fielder, Jace Jackson.
And Jackson is pretty deep.
Yes. Especially after the last couple of times Bunton has been up. He's had to come in and make some good catches as he runs in. Bunton looks at strike 1. This one hit up the middle towards shoot it short. Flip to the second baseman, Prusman, and then rolls the ball over to first. Bunton will be safe on the fielder's choice.
But not a great feed at second base. Prusman made sure to get it out and really had no chance at first. Bunton runs pretty well.
Yes. And now to bring up Ian Campbell. A single, a strikeout, and a run scored so far on the day. Can help himself out on defense with a big hit here offensively. As this one low for ball 1.
I don't think Bunton has enough of a lead to try to steal second. Also, I think they're maybe hoping for a little bit of a pass ball, wild pitch, and get him down to second.
This one hit up the middle, and it goes underneath the glove of Prusman into center field. As Campbell will get on base there, with runners now on first and second.
So Campbell gets his 2nd hit of the day.
Yes. And now Brett Williams will come up to bat. Here with runners on first and second and 2 out. Here on senior day. First pitch upstairs and outside, ball 1. Coleman having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone here this inning. As a lot more of his pitches have been up. As this one swung and missed for strike 1. So again, Bunton on second, pretty fleet of foot. Same thing with Campbell on first, already 2 stolen bases for him. The 1-1. And Williams will swing at one upstairs for strike 2.
Whenever you see a pitcher that's left-hander up and away or right-hander up and into a right-handed batter, they're kind of dropping an elbow and getting underneath the ball.
And Williams will strike out swinging for out number 3. And we'll go to the 7th inning, still tied 1-1, the top half of the order. Coming up here for the Knights when we come back in a moment.
The South Holt R1 School District, in partnership with the citizens of the district, have a mission to provide lifelong learning opportunities through a commitment to academic excellence, preparing effective, responsible citizens to meet future challenges and to live productive lives in a changing society. The South Holt School District believes that all students can learn and achieve in a school that provides opportunities for success through a wide range of programs, activities, and services. The South Holt R1 School District, proud to sponsor all South Holt extracurricular activities.
Hello, I'm Dustin Freeman, Superintendent of the Albany R3 School District. At Albany, our staff is focused on helping students excel in academics, athletics, music, business, technology, art, and agriculture. We strive to help young minds prepare for life and become successful in whatever endeavor they choose. The Albany R3 School District is a tribe of parents, teachers, students, and community members working together so students don't just chase their dreams, but live them.
Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany is your hometown trophy and award shop. Winner's Circle North makes all kinds of trophies for sports, car shows, livestock shows, baby shows, and more. Winner's Circle North also does plaques of all sizes and kinds. Want something unique? Winner's Circle North has you covered with sublimation gifts and acrylic awards. To order your trophies, awards, or one-of-a-kind items, call Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North at 816-632-5599 or find them on Facebook at Winner's Circle North.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we head to the top half of the 7th inning in a 1-1 ball game. And it'll be the top of the order up here for South Holt. It'll be Drew Quinlan, Houston Coleman, Kendall Nolan. Quinlan got on base due to an E4 in his first plate appearance and then intentionally walked his last 2 times. Another opportunity to bat here in the 7th of this one outside, ball 1. Warriors had this happen another time this year over at Pattonsburg, where they did the same thing to Jones, and they intentionally walked him a couple of times. They ended up pitching to him in the 7th inning, and he ended up winning the ball game.
Well, I don't know, with nobody out, I don't know that you want to put the winning run on base, but
it also looks like they're not going to give him too much to hit here either, though.
Yeah. Well, the first time he was up, he really spanked the ball at second base, and Campbell went with 2 breaking balls that he got in for strike 2 and then came in with a fastball, and it was tagged.
So Quinlan will walk here.
Pretty good speed, and I won't say for a catcher. I know that's always a sensitive topic, but he runs pretty well.
And both of the catchers today have some good speed.
Pretty athletic, yep. Going to get a big lead at first. He's running somewhere along the way, I would guess early.
And he does here on the first pitch. Bunton's throw is just late as Quinlan steals second base.
Well, he got out there with a big lead and just never chased him back.
Houston Coleman up at bat, and he struck out, got on base due to a drop third strike. He's lined out to short, and he's also grounded out to third base in his 2 plate appearances, as that one's tipped back foul for strike 1 count, now 1 ball, 1 strike.
Always interested to see. I tell you what, if he get a bunt down the third baseline, he walks to first base because Reynolds is not up ready for a bunt in any way, shape, or form.
This one hits off a home plate, but picked up foul for strike 2.
Well, I would assume he's not bunting now, but
no.
And it's always interesting because you've got a runner in scoring position with nobody out, but are you better off with a runner at second, nobody out, or a runner at third with 1 out?
And especially the way the Warriors have been keeping runners from coming home so far today.
Yep. But you are in the heart of the order.
Yes. So a 2-2 count here to Coleman.
So I guess you're going to take 3 shots to see if you can get him home.
And this one low as the count now full. So full count here to Houston Coleman. The last two times, Nolan, Skeen, and Jackson, the 3-4-5 hitters, have gone down in order. But again, those were to start the innings, as now they'll hit with runners on first and second after back-to-back walks.
And now you wonder how many times the Warriors can keep dodging the bullet.
Now batting the center
I
field,
do believe
number
Colton
27,
Peary warming up down in the
Nolan.
behind the Warriors dugout. Possibly see him come in here today. And if the Knights can get another base runner on. As Kendall Nolan comes up, 0 for 3 on the day, flown out to left, popped out to second, lined out to third. This one popped up. Foul territory down the third base side, but this one will get out of play foul for strike one. So again, Quinlan on second, Coleman on first. Nobody out. Top half the seventh inning, a 1-1 ball game.
Boy, they're not. I was going to say they're not. Somebody
Even
got to hold
holding Quinlan
a
on.
little bit at second base, if for no other reason, not necessarily keep him from stealing, but single to the outfield, and
Yeah.
you want to be able to hold him at least a little bit close to keep him from scoring from second base on a base hit.
And now Quinlan takes off. This one grounded right to Runnels. Misplays it, throw to first. Stretch by Stevens is able to get him at first base. The umpires are going to confer about it, though.
I think they're saying Stevens wasn't on the base. And that's one of the things the base umpire can't always see, and where you would get a little help.
And they are going to call him safe at first base.
It was good work. I think they're probably right. In fact, I have no doubt that they're right. Good work by the umpires.
So they're going to say Stevens was off the bag there at first. It was a great play, though, by Stevens, just even able to catch that one and make it as close as it was, as Tony Skeen comes up to bat. He's walked, grounded out, and struck out in his 3 plate appearances. This one hit right back up the middle, and it gets off the glove of Floyd into center field, and 1 run will score off the RBI single here by Tony Skeen.
Well, Floyd catches that. He turns it into a 6 unassisted double play. We just couldn't quite flag it down.
And now we're going to have a pitching change here, as Ian Campbell is going to go 6+ innings. And Colton Peary will come in to pitch. Quincy Stamper will come out, and Kemper Klein will move into right field as Ian Campbell will move over to second base. We'll be back after this Petty John Auto Center visit the mound when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
Have you looked at Petty John Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Petty John Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your sporting snack headquarters for all of your favorite sports. If you want to bring the smells of the games to your living room, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your sports snack favorites before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helping smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
Schultz Convenience Store on 136 in Albany has everything you need to keep you running. Schultz has coffee and gas to get you moving in the morning. Fountain Pop, sandwiches, and Champs Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Schultz adult beverages and scratchers to help you unwind. That's Schultz Convenience Store in Albany, where they can fuel you up in more ways than one.
And welcome back as Colton Peary now takes over on the mound. Ian Campbell now moves over to second base, and Kemper Klein to right field. Quincy Stamper comes out. So bases are loaded here. Jace Jackson will come up. 0 for 3 on the day. 2 strikeouts and a pop out to short. And I don't know if we're going to have a pinch runner or something here for South Holt as well. So we are going to have a pinch runner here for Tony Skeen at first base. It'll be Dallas Nolan.
The right fielder, number 2, Jace Jackson.
So Dallas Nolan sits at first base. Kendall Nolan at second. Houston Coleman at third.
And really tough situation for Colton Peary.
Yes.
Bases loaded, nobody out. It's the go get 'em.
Yeah. Team trailing by 1 here in the top half of the 7th inning. Try and keep it a 1-run ball game, and you have the top of the order coming up. One 0 pitch upstairs, ball 2. Peary came in and pitched the final 2/3 of an inning in the game against St. Joe Christian on Saturday, but the first thing he gave up was a 2 RBI double out of the gate. Granted, the runs don't count towards his ERA.
Well, and in fairness to the young man, I mean, that game was really kind of a lost cause by that point anyway.
2-1 pitch popped up in play, out of play on the first base side.
One thing we have seen from Peary is he has an amazing ability to get people to chase.
Yes.
Just keep the ball a little bit off the fringes of the zone until he has to come in.
Now he's got a 2-2. Here to Jackson. And this one tipped back off the mask button. And again, Jackson has struck out twice so far on the day.
Infield in for the Warriors. They can't give up any more. Oh, that's
and that time Jackson strikes out looking.
Perfect pitch. Down and away on the outside part of the plate.
Now batting the shortstop.
Jackson's not going to be happy, but that's been a strike all day.
Yes, it has. And it brings up now Dylan Schutz to bat. He is 1 for 3 on the day. Grounded out to the pitcher, grounded out to short in his last plate appearance, singled, but was caught in a double play at third base on a heck of a play by Truman Reynolds. As this one low for ball 1.
I felt bad for Schutz because he got caught off third base on that line drive to Reynolds, and I think he was kicking himself, but he had no chance. I mean, if you're an aggressive base runner, you're going to get off as soon as the pitch is released, you're going to get down the line a little bit. I just don't think there's any way he could have gotten back.
Not at all. So a 1-1 count here to Dylan Schutz. The pitch here from Peary is tipped and caught there by the catcher Bunton for strike 2. So a 1-2 pitch here to Dylan Schutz with 1 out, and the bases are loaded. This one hit back up the middle, picked up by Floyd. Flip to Campbell, throw to first. Is not in time.
And I think if Floyd had to do that over again, he might have taken that himself.
Yes. So it's now a 3-1 ball game here with runners on the corners and 2 outs. And Gannon Phelan will come up to bat. So again, now 3 runs, all earned to come off of Ian Campbell. As Phelan so far has been on base in all 3 plate appearances. Stepping off, throwing over to first is Peary. Phelan has gotten on base due to an error, has walked, and is singled in his 3 plate appearances.
Well, this guy shoots is running. Just go ahead. Good block by Bunton.
As he keeps it a 3-1 ball game there with that block.
Couple of hits here, though, standing in the batter's box. Leave him alone. Campbell's trying to.
1-0 pitch in there for strike 1.
Campbell's trying to bluff him back at second base. He's not going anywhere. There's a runner at third.
And his run is a 4-run lead.
And his ground ball went in the hole between first and second.
Yes. This one going to be hit down the first base line. Diving play by Stevens, can't get it. 2 runs are going to score. It is now a 5-1 lead here for South Holt off the 2 RBI single by Phelan. So now we do know Ian Campbell goes 6+ innings, 4 runs given up, all earned off of 5 hits, 6 walks, 7 strikeouts. 1 run given up so far here against Peary off of 1 hit.
Well, and to Peary's credit, that's a ground ball that found a hole.
Yes. Runner takes off for second, throw down. Is not in time, as that bounced over the glove of Floyd. So Warriors now trail here by 4. South Holt with a runner on second base here in the top half of the 7th inning with 2 out. Pitch here from Peary to Ferris. In the dirt for ball 2. And the 2-0. Inside for ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike here to the 8-hitter here in this South Holt lineup and the 8th batter to bat here in this inning. This one upstairs for ball 4, and Peary will walk. Ferris to bring up Tyler Prusman. Tylen Prusman so far has had quite a few hard hit balls that have been, a line out to third base that ends up as a double play. The ball hit out to left field that ends up being a balk. This one in there for strike 1. Runner takes off for third. No chance for Bunton there as Phelan stole that one completely on Peary.
Yeah, it's just you get in such a routine. Mm-hmm. You look once, and when you look back, guys are taking off. We saw it happen to Coleman early.
Runner takes off for second and gets in safely. So now runners at third and second here with 2 out and a 2-1 count here to Prusman. And this one popped out of play. Foul, even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
We've seen this a lot from the Warriors that they play a pretty clean game, and then they have one big inning that kind of ends up being their undoing. So the big thing, you certainly don't want to give up any more.
No. And the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3, but not before the Warriors give up 4 runs in the inning, and now trail 5-1, heading to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Top half of the Warrior lineup coming up when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
Thank you for watching tonight's Albany TV broadcast. Don't forget to turn on your Facebook notifications to never miss out on a broadcast like this one. If you would like to be a part of our broadcast, give Jared Rolvis a call at 660-254-4800. If you have something in mind that we should broadcast or have any comments about tonight's game, you can also message us on Facebook. Thank you again for watching.
The Printery in Albany can do all of your printing. They do business cards, envelopes, brochures, books, calendars, posters, magnetic signs, banners, and everything in between. Come visit Perry and Susan at the Printery in Albany, where they have your printing covered. Call the Printery today at 660-726-5234. That's 660-726-5234 for fair and honest pricing, because to us, you're family.
Welcome back out again here to Albany as we go into the bottom half of the 7th inning. It's a 5-1 lead, and it's a 4-run lead here. And still on the mound here is going to be Houston Coleman. He's gone 6 innings, giving up 5 hits, 1 run earned off of 2 walks. And he's also got 9 strikeouts in the ball game, but it'll be the top of the order up here for the Warriors.
We've got a discussion with South Holt's coach and the plate umpire. Don't know what that's about, but we'll see if the
Leading off for the Warriors, the center fielder.
see if the Warriors have a rally in their bones.
Well, we do have a bit of a change defensively here. Jace Jackson now doing the catching. And out at shortstop is Drew Quinlan. And Dylan Schutz playing second base. And I believe Tylen Prusman is now in right field. This one hit to the hole at short, throw to first. And pulled off the bag there as Papa able to get in safely off a leadoff single.
It's a couple of hits for him. The Warriors have the right part of the lineup coming up. Need runners.
Floyd so far 0 for 3 on the day as he has flown out to left, flown out to right, and he's also grounded out to the pitcher. This one upstairs, ball 1. So now with Quinlan at short and behind the plate here is Jace Jackson. Maybe see if you steal on him, see what his arm is like.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you're down 5-1, you're not probably taking a lot of chances, I would assume.
This one on the outside corner, strike 1.
I think this is a place where you, if nothing else, you got to play from station to station and hope for a big blow somewhere along the way.
This one fouled off, and count now even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So a 2-2 count here to Floyd. The pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. That's the 10th here of the ball game for Coleman.
Might be a situation with Jackson. He's a sophomore, and we just want to get him a little bit of time behind the plate.
And now they'll use up the pitches there for Coleman. And now coming to the mound will be Drew Quinlan. And we're going to take a quick another Penny John Arnold Center visit to the mound. Timeout when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV. We'll have the pitching change for you.
Petty John Auto Center in Bethany and Albany is a proud sponsor of Albany TV. Petty John's is your local Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. For new and used vehicles, certified service, and collision center, visit pettyjohnauto.com.
Thank you for watching tonight's Albany TV broadcast. Don't forget to turn on your Facebook notifications to never miss out on a broadcast like this one. If you would like to be a part of our broadcast, give Jared Rolvis a call at 660-254-4800. If you have something in mind that we should broadcast or have any comments about tonight's game, you can also message us on Facebook. Thank you again for watching.
Are you trying to sell your old car? Looking for some much needed help on the farm? Are you wanting to grow your customer base? The New Shopper in Albany prints 11,000 copies each week that are delivered to every Gentry and Worth County deliverable address and the surrounding area free of charge. Give Perry and Susan a call at 660-726-5234 at the New Shopper in Albany to have your ad sent directly to your customers.
So Drew Quinlan now on the mound here for South Holt. As Houston Coleman goes 6 in the third inning, gives up 6 hits. So far, just 1 run earned, but is still responsible for pop out on first base.
Well, but you get an idea now why Quinlan started
Yes.
the inning at shortstop, because they knew that pitch count was going to bite Coleman somewhere along the way.
So Kemper Klein up at bat here with 1 on and 1 out. This one upstairs for ball 1.
And maybe if you're the Warriors, that's one of the things you hope for, is maybe you get an attack of wildness, get a couple of runners on.
And this pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Remember to stay tuned for the BTC Bank postgame, find out who today's Papa's player of the game is, but also stay tuned as we will have the senior night festivities at the conclusion of the ball game as well. The 1-1. Outside corner, strike 2.
Well, that's a tough pitch, but that's been a strike the whole game for both sides.
Yes. Throw over to first. Back in safely as Papa. The 1-2 pitch here from Quinlan to Klein. High and inside for ball 2. So count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first, 1 out, down by 4 here in the bottom half of the 7th. In the dirt, count now moves full. On deck is the left-handed first baseman, Kirby Stevens. And this one will get to the backstop for ball 4.
Well, all coaches have different philosophies too. Going back years ago, it used to be when your run's down, you want to make sure the pitcher throws a strike, and I think that's kind of gone by the wayside in recent years. Mm-hmm. But here you got a new pitcher, just came in and walked the first batter he faced. Might not be the worst idea here to take one.
First one here to Stevens on the outside corner, strike 1.
That might have been the first breaking ball we've seen, too.
Yes. And really, that was not a bad pitch considering he never quite looked at the catcher before he threw it. As that one in there for strike 2 now. So now Stevens has to swing to keep the at-bat alive. Oh, 2. And I don't know if that was just me, as that one tipped and caught by the catcher.
Good job by Jackson.
But it seemed like he kind of dropped his arm slot a little bit on that one as well. Kind of gave it a little bit of a different arm slot to look at. As now the senior Stevenson will come up.
A little sidearm curve and backdoored it, and Stevens got a piece of it, and Jackson did a nice job to hang on with 2 strikes.
The senior Stevenson up with 2 on, 2 out. Pitch. And there for strike 1.
So now that's 4 straight breaking balls thrown by Quinlan
Yes.
after going all fastballs to Klein and walking him.
You know, 1 pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 2.
Breaking ball causes you to maybe come in with a fastball and you're a little pumped up, and throwing the breaking ball, you have to stay back as a pitcher and shorten up maybe just a bit.
So the 0-2 pitch here to Stevenson. Swung on and missed, strike number 3. And the Warriors will fall today by a final score of 5-1. We're back with the BTC Bank postgame and your Papa's Player of the Game when we come back in just a moment.
Show your school spirit with the BTC Bank School Mascot Debit Card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and they'll donate $10 per card to that school. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank's 12 locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded just like you. BTC Bank.
Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant at Albany has it all. Papa's is family friendly with a playroom for the kids so the grown-ups can enjoy their meal. Make sure you leave room for dessert because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany.
And welcome back out again here to Albany. Remember that today's postgame is brought to you by BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. When the Warriors fall here to South Holt today by a final score of 5-1, like to thank our sponsors, BTC Bank, with locations in Albany, Beaman, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Maysville, Osborne, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Petty John Auto Centers with locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany and the Albany Hy-Vee. Schultz of Albany, an American Family Insurance Agent. David Smith in Albany and Stanberry. Raymond Smith Body Shop of Albany. Northwest Cell. Mosaic Medical Center Albany. Army National Guard Recruiter. Sergeant First Class Clint Bain and Staff Sergeant Alan Schulte. Legacy Event Center at East Fork Lodge in Albany. Stamper Hauling of Albany. The Albany School District and South Holt School District. Hogue Lumber Company of Albany. City of Albany. Albany Booster Club. Printer and New Shopper located in Albany. And Winter Circle Trophies and Awards North located in Albany. So before we start the senior night festivities, let's kind of go through the offense here for South Holt today. Drew Quinlan goes 0 for 1 with a run scored with 3 walks on the day. Houston Coleman 0 for 3 with a run scored and a walk. Kendall Nolan 1 for 4 with a run scored. Tony Skeen goes 1 for 3 with a run batted in. Jace Jackson 0 for 4. Dylan Schutz 1 for 4 with a run scored. Gannon Phelan 2 for 3 with a run scored and 2 runs batted in. Jacob Ferris 1 for 2 with an RBI. Jackson Schaefer goes 0 for 1. Tylen Prusman today goes 0 for 3.
That was a tough 0 for 3 for Prusman.
Oh, yes, it was. And then pitching today for South Holt, Houston Coleman goes 6 1/3 as he picks up the victory. Gives up 1 run earned off of 6 hits, 2 walks, and 10 strikeouts. In relief, picking up the save is Drew Quinlan as he goes 2/3 of an inning, giving up a walk and 2 strikeouts. For the Warrior hitters, Jordan Papa today leads off, going 2 for 4 with the run batted in. Trice Floyd today 0 for 4. Kemper Klein 1 for 3. Kirby Stevens 0 for 3. Andrew Stevenson 0 for 4 as the designated hitter today. Truman Reynolds today goes 1 for 2 with a walk. Jared Bunton 0 for 3. Ian Campbell 2 for 3 with a run scored and a couple of stolen bases. And Brett Williams today goes 0 for 3. And for pitching today, Ian Campbell picks up the hard-fought loss today as he goes 6+ innings, gives up 4 runs, all earned off of just 5 hits, 6 walks, 7 strikeouts. Colton Peary comes in a tough situation with the bases loaded, nobody out. In a 1-run ball game, he goes an inning, gives up 1 run earned, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. And Mike, today's Papa's Player of the Game, sponsored by Papa's Family Restaurant. Your home for a delicious meal with a great price and an even better atmosphere is going to go to Ian Campbell. He pitched a really good ball game today. Ran into a little bit of trouble, kind of ran out a little bit of gas there in that 7th inning. but also comes away with 2 singles, a run scored, and a couple of stolen bases that really set up that run back in the second inning.
Well, that was what I was going to say. I think he pitched pretty well until he just ran out of gas in the 7th inning, and he went through a stretch where he had to go back through the top of their order too, and they had some hits, and he gave up some hits along the way, but pitched well enough and got some help defensively, and but 2 for 3 and really responsible for their only run, and he set up that run with 2 stolen bases to get himself to third base to score on the hit by Jordan Papa. So I think it's a good choice, and congratulations to him.
So the Warriors now fall to 6-9 on the season, now on a 4-game losing skid. They will now go to the road here for the next 2 games, as they'll travel down 136 to Milan on Thursday and the GRC crossover game, as that is for 4th place between the GRC West and the GRC East. And then they'll take the trek to the other side of 136 on Friday, as they will play in Tarkio against East Atchison. They'll be back at home again next week, Monday, as they'll take on Bishop LeBlanc. That will be a 4:30 start. And then also on next week, Tuesday, will be their final regular season game of the year before they start districts the following week. The Warriors will be on the road to take on North Nottoway at Hopkins. So the Warriors will have a busy couple of days coming up, and we'll let you listen in now here to the senior night festivities here from Albany. So we'll let you listen in here. Also, don't forget, tomorrow night Albany TV will be live, as we will be broadcasting the FFA banquet here in Albany tomorrow night. And we'll let you listen in here as try and get everybody set here for the senior night festivities, and we'll get started here momentarily. We'll take a quick timeout and come back in just a moment to start the senior night festivities.
Thank you for watching tonight's Albany TV broadcast. Don't forget to turn on your Facebook notifications to never miss out on a broadcast like this one. If you would like to be a part of our broadcast, give Jared Rolbus a call at 660-254-4800. If you have something in mind that we should broadcast or have any comments about tonight's game, you can also message us on Facebook. Thank you again for watching.
I'd like to thank everybody again for coming out to the baseball game tonight to support these 3 seniors. We'll start with Trice Floyd. Trice is the son of Jason and Miranda Floyd. He has been involved in football, basketball, baseball, the school play, and NHS. Trice is being escorted by his parents and joined by his grandparents, Ron and Ellen Peterson, and grandmother, Marty Floyd. Trice plans to attend college and pursue a degree in education. Trice's favorite memory is of throwing the first pitch and recording the first out in Albany baseball history. Next we have Andrew Stevenson. Andrew is being escorted by his parents, Andrew Stevenson III and Angela Reed. He has been involved in football and baseball during high school. Andrew plans to become a teacher. His favorite memory is of taking Kemper Yard in a scrimmage earlier this year. Our third senior is Brett Williams. Brett has been involved in baseball, basketball, and band during high school. He is being escorted by his parents, Dwayne and Jamie Williams. Brett plans to attend Northwest Missouri State University and study mass media broadcasting. Brett's favorite memory is hitting a 450-foot moonshot at Gilman City for the first Albany home run. Let's give these seniors a round of applause.
So again, those are your 3 seniors, and they will be missed here at Albany. Brett Williams, Andrew Stevenson, and Trice Floyd. And again, that will do it for tonight's broadcast. Again, remember, we will be back on the air tomorrow night for the FFA banquet here in Albany. And then we will have high school baseball on the air for you again next Thursday and Friday, or this Thursday and Friday, both on the road at Milan and at Tarkio. Again, for myself, Jared Rolvis, color analyst Mike Atkins, and cameraman and owner Perry Phillips, so long and good night tonight here from Albany.